Well, there's mounting pressure to bring back the political ombudsman as an independent body after claims campaign materials are being unfairly removed, raising questions about the system's ability to ensure fair elections. Here's more in this report from Nika Lewis.
There are renewed calls for the Office of the Political Ombudsman to be reinstated as a standalone agency, following complaints from several political aspirants who allege that their campaign material are being wrongfully removed. The opposition has been vocal in pressing for the return of the independent office, raising concerns about fairness and the integrity of the election process. The Office of the Political Ombudsman was subsumed under the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, in 2024 as part of a cost-saving measure touted by the government. However, recent developments have reignited debate about whether the consolidation has hampered the ability to oversee political conduct effectively. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck has publicly expressed disappointment in the ECJ's performance, criticizing the Commission for failing to fulfill the responsibilities transferred to it.
Well, I'm a little disappointed that the ECJ has not made any pronouncement on the role that it should play for the political ombudsman, which was subsumed with it. We didn't put it there just like that. We had discussions with the ECJ, and they acknowledged and accepted the role before we passed the legislation.
Adding to the controversy, Minister Chuck revealed that the ECJ is receiving up to $60 million to carry out its expanded functions, more than double what the former Office of the Political Ombudsman operated on.
$46 million was provided in 23-24 to the Office of the then Political Ombudsman. Whether all was used, I don't know. Last year, that is 24-25, $60 million was provided. Now, when I examined the figures for last year, $60 million, most of it was to set up the office and probably to pay staff. The original $46 million included rental, but in the provision for last year's 24-25, there was no provision for rental because you wouldn't need a rental. The ECJ would have offices, hopefully that they could provide space for the office of a political ombudsman or director of political conduct.
Speaking on CVM's lead story, former political ombudsman Donna Parchment Brown reacted with surprise to the figure, noting that during her tenure, the office was never given that much.
He mentioned that in 23-24, $46 million was allocated, which included rent. Let me make it clear, I left the office in 2022. And up to that time, there had never been an allocation above $25 million. So that $46 million in the year when the office was vacant, it's hard for me to understand what that could be for.
Yes.
And as for the $60 million to the ECJ, where one of the points about it is that we needed to save money. All the commissioners of the ECJ are already being paid.
She has called for the Political Ombudsman Office to revert to a standalone body.
I 100% believe that the legislation should be repealed. It should be standalone. There are areas of strengthening in relation to sanctions, but even without that, I believe the value to the Jamaican psyche and democracy is far better in a standalone institution than where it is now, subsumed to be a subcommittee of a different entity.
Despite the outcry, the government has maintained that there will be no reversal of the decision.
I mean, we would not amend the law without due consideration. And the likelihood of us, this administration, removing what was amended is zero. All we hope is that, and we have no doubt, as I've been expressing, that the ECJ, if it takes on the role, it would perform and can perform well.
So the pressure is now on the ECJ to act swiftly and restore confidence in its oversight role.